I mean, there's no stopping their limits where they will attack these GOP candidates. Take, for instance, this Esquire magazine. Look at that. Now referencing to Donald Trump as, quote, hater-in-chief, and this is the current issue. And then, of course, there was the New York Daily News just yesterday calling the GOP, quote, the party of pro-death. Joining me now, Katrina Pearson, Jillian Melcher, and Steve Rogers. Listen, I get that, you know, the mainstream media, typically left-leaning progressive, but Katrina, you know, I think someone from Newsweek had a picture of Nazis and referred to Ted Cruz. Donald Trump has been, it doesn't stop. I mean, why? Why is it this much?
Well, because he's winning, Charles. And when you look at the type of people that he's drawing, it's like no other Republican in history.
I see him going after all of them. You know, again, I saw an editor at Newsweek post a picture of Nazis marching with their flag and references Ted Cruz. So it's not just a Donald Trump phenomenon. Believe me, he's at front and center of the ire, if you will. But what are they really afraid of beyond just the Trump train, if you will?
Well, John Kasich was even running a super PAC ad calling Donald Trump Hitler. But the reason why they're going after the GOP is because before the new year, there were several polls showing that the top Republicans, whether it be Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and Marco Rubio, were all tied with Hillary Clinton in a general election. So the GOP in general, obviously, is the enemy here. But you do see it far worse when it comes to Donald Trump. And it's because not only is he leading, but he is pulling very much the type of people that should be voting Democrat.
All right, Steve, you're a big Trump fan. Part of his thing is that he never apologizes or take anything back. I've seen some things that he's done that have bothered me. That one poll with 80% of whites are killed by blacks, and there's things that are completely unfactual that it would take a simple tweet to say, you know what, that poll was inaccurate. I shouldn't have tweeted it. Between that and then other things like banning all Muslims, you know, people are taking the smallest things to the biggest things and saying something is wrong. And by the way, this massive increase in white supremacist websites and membership using Trump's words and images, does that play a role here?
Look, they take a lot of what he says out of context. Fact of the matter is that we're going to have a man in the White House who cannot be bought. This is why they hate him. They cannot buy
the
real
reason. They can't. Though, who has a record of buying
Look, he's not a politician, all right? He's made that very clear. He's not a politician.
One side but not the other.
Oh yeah, I could tell you, every career politician, I think most of America has no use for it. They're fed up. They're influenced by every other group or policymaker's hand. Donald Trump cannot be bought.
So I think Charles, why we can agree that it's abysmal to be buying politicians, but I think when it comes to the media, Donald Trump's actually gotten a pretty sweet deal. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's just now spending major campaign
money because
he's been able to literally
the reason why they're putting Donald Trump on the air is so that their ratings increase. He is responsible for their ratings increase.
Let's talk about a couple of things that have not gotten enough attention that I think certainly need more media attention. We've got his racial discrimination suit in the 1970s.
Ah, nonsense.
We've got somebody who, you know, was using mafia labor, mafia concrete. We've got somebody who's using Polish illegal immigrants at some point, whose entire business model is based on subsidies.
Somebody who
supported, you know, universal health care. Somebody who said at one point he was very pro-abortion.
Great family man, all right, great businessman, great American, and he's going to make America great again.
Let me exit this segment with a quick comment from Katrina.
But the bottom line is Donald Trump has single-handedly brought back the First Amendment, which was quickly dissipating in this country. We know that Donald Trump is going to be a man of his word when he says he wants to make America great again. He has put forth very good policies with regard to immigration, taxation, and we're about to have another one come out, foreign policy. Donald Trump is the only man that will take it to the media the way it will need to be taken to win a general against the DNC.
Well, he ain't afraid.
Sure wants to attack
he ain't afraid. That's it. All right, guys. Hey, thanks a lot. And, of course, you don't want to miss it. Fox Business's next Republican presidential debate. The candidates for the debate, which will be held at the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center, they're going to be announced on FBN's Lou Dobbs tonight. That's going to be on Monday. And then on Thursday, January 14th, the remaining GOP candidates are all going to take center stage in South Carolina. Now, first one, 6 p.m., Tris Regan, Sandra Smith are going to be asking the questions. Then at 9 p.m., Maria Bartiromo and Neil Cavuto are your hosts. It's a huge week next week, and it all begins right here, Monday, Fox Business. All right.